So, before we proceed, class, to our discussion, may I request Sarah to lead us the prayer? Sarah?
Let us put ourselves in the holy presence of God in the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Dear God, thank you for looking after our school. Thank you that you love each and every one of us here. Help us to learn and share together so that the wonderful world you have made becomes more beautiful every day. Amen.
Amen. Thank you, Sarah. So, we already discussed about the work and energy. And to be discussed pa karon ang power. So, what have you learned about work? So, what is work in physics class? So, according to Faith, it requires effort in doing tasks. Okay, how about the others? Work, it is the application of force on an object and the displacement of that object caused by the force. So now, how to calculate for work? Unsa ganito ang formula, class? Para makalculate nato ang work? Anyone? So, very good si Angel o si Faith. So, mo ni siya itong formula. We have work equals to force times displacement, where the force should be in Newton and the displacement is in meter. So, what is the SI unit of work? Unsa man itong SI unit sa work? Unsa to, class? Ka-remember ba mo? So, joules. Very good. Si Faith o si Angel. Ala, how about the others? Ay, magkaulaw, class. So, the SI unit of work is kilogram m squared over s squared or joule. The joule here, it is the product of Newton and meter. So look at this illustration. Okay. For the review, ani class. So, work equals to force times displacement cosine theta. So, sa may pasabot ani class. This illustration interpret that for us to have a work done, the applied force and the displacement should be in parallel. So then the cosine theta here, it is the angle between the force and the displacement. So I have here a question. So in order to have a positive work, what is the direction of force and displacement? So unsa man ni class? When we say a positive work, okay, according to Angel Rose, same direction. Okay, very good. It is in the same direction. Or man siyang ginatawag nga positive work. So, unsa gani ang positive work, class? Ang iyahang force o displacement? Kung may nga kanang positive work siya? Sarah, unsa ganito?
Ma'am,
When can we say nga ang atong work is positive?
if ang force kay same direction sila sa displacement, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So as you can see here, ang force o ang displacement is in the same direction or parallel siya. So how about sa negative work, class? When can we say nga negative siya ang work? Andrew? Andrew? Hello, napa ba si Andrew or namahaw pa ni siya? Okay, how about si... Ang tanong ko diri ha? Wait lang class ha. How about si Leonard? Unsa gani ang negative work? When can we say nga negative ang atong work? Leonard? Napa si Leonard? Makita ninyo ako ang presentation class?
Yes, ma'am.
So, okay, ikaw na lang, Faith. Okay, so very good si Leonard. So, negative ang atong work class kung ang applied force o ang displacement is opposite siya ang ilang direction or anti-parallel. How about sa zero work? When can we see nga zero ang atong work? Queenie? Napa si Queenie? Okay, si Queenie. Unsa atong timailhan class once nga ang atong work kay zero? Okay, how about Matt Harvey? Matt? Hello? Madunggan pa ba ako, class? Nawala na akong signal ba? Okay. Okay, so si Angel na lang, be. Unsa atong timailhan kung atong work kay zero? Okay, Angel. So, the work is zero class if the direction of force and the displacement are perpendicular. Very good. Very good si Angel. So now, let's try to solve this one. Okay, get your calculator class. Nabo may calculator dira. So atong i-apply na ang formula sa work. So I am encouraging everyone to solve. Okay? So, Leonard, can you read the problem? Leonard?
A bodybuilder lifts a 1,600 Newton barbell over his head and is lifted to a height of 2.0 m. How much work has he done?
Okay, thank you, Leonard. So, unsa ganito atong formula sa work? Okay. Work equals to force times displacement. Very good kasi Angel si Faith. Nag-study gini sila ba? So now, let us identify first the given. So, pila ang atong force? Okay, 1,600 Newton. How about the displacement? Oh, very good. Si Angel, Faith, o si Sarah. We have 2 meters. So, as you can remember, the formula of work is work equals to force times displacement. So, let's substitute the given class. So, we have to multiply the 1,600 Newton to the displacement of 2 meters. So, what is the final answer? Okay, Angel, 3,200. Si Faith, si Sarah. How about the others? Nag-solve ba ang uban? So, very good. We have 3,200 joules. And don't forget, class, to include the unit for your final answer. So, what naman may question, class, sa work? Class, you can unmute your microphone. None, ma'am. Okay, thank you, Faith, for your response. So now, let's move to the energy, the mechanical energy. So, we have different forms of energy, right? But we discuss only the mechanical energy. So, what is the mechanical energy? Be, manawag ko. Okay, Clyde. What is the mechanical energy? Clyde or si Stephanie? Stephanie, what is the mechanical energy? So, mechanical energy class, it is the energy acquired by the object upon which work is done. So, according to Faith, is possessed by an object. Ay, wait lang ah. Is possessed by an object close to its motion or due to its position. Okay, you're right, Faith. You get the idea. Okay, now, can you give me the two types of mechanical energy? What are the two types of mechanical energy? Okay. Okay, according to Angel, potential energy and kinetic energy. Okay, very good. And then, I have a question here. So, what type of energy that is stored due to the position of an object? So, what type of energy? Okay, potential energy. Wow, very good. Kasi si Angel ug si Faith, nag-study, gini sila ba? So, it is potential energy. So, what are the two types of potential energy class? Okay, what are the two types of potential energy? How about si Christine Ann? Christine Ann, are you still listening? Unsa gani ato ang two types of potential energy? Okay, chemical and physical energy. Yes, very good, Angel Rose and Sarah. So we have chemical potential energy and the gravitational potential energy or katong physical potential energy. So what is the chemical potential energy class? So when we say chemical potential energy, it is found in the substances that store energy at a submicroscopic level and it undergo into a chemical change like the foods we eat, the batteries, or the fuel. Then, what is the gravitational potential energy? What is the gravitational potential energy? Benedek, do you have an idea? Benedek, what is the gravitational potential energy? Hello? How about si Adrian? Adrian, what is the gravitational potential energy? Or any ideas from the class? So, according to Faith Zaira, is primarily due to the work that was required to elevate objects against Earth's gravitational pull. So, you're correct, Zaira. And also si Leonard, potential energy a massive object has in relation to another massive object due to the gravity. So, very good class. So, nanagid mo yung na-learn. So, now, what is the potential energy formula? Okay, according to Angel, PE equals mgh, and also si Faith. So, very good. So, the potential energy formula we have, potential energy equals to mass times gravity and times height. So, the M here represent the mass of an object in kilogram, and the G, it is the acceleration due to Earth's gravity. It is 9.8 meter per second squared, and the height of an object, it is in meter. And then the potential energy unit class, it expressed in kilogram m squared over s squared or joule. So, timan ini ang formula ha. So, I hope that you can solve this one. Okay, mag-call ko. Easy. Jello Louie. Can you read the problem? Jello?
Yes, ma'am.
Hello? Okay.
What is the gravitational potential energy of a ceiling fan that has a mass of 7.0 kilogram and 4.0 meter above from the ground?
Okay, thank you, Jello. So, now let's identify first the given. So, pila ang mass sa ceiling fan? Class. Okay, 7 kilogram according to Angel and Sarah. Leonard. Okay, very good. We have also Faith. We have 7 kilogram. How about the height? Okay, 4 meter. And then, what could be the formula to solve for the potential energy? So, okay, P equals mgh. So, let's substitute class its value. So, we have, okay, so 7 kilogram times 9.8 meter per second squared times 4 meter. So, pila man class? How much the gravitational potential energy of a ceiling fan above the ground? Wait lang ah. So, according to Angel, 274.4 joules. Is si Faith, 274.4, or si Sarah? Okay, very good. So, we have 274 joules. Okay, I have here another question. So, what energy of an object has because of its motion? B, si Paul. I want to hear from Paul. How about si Queenie? Queenie, what energy of an object has because of its motion? Queenie? Okay. How about the others? Any idea from the class? What kind of energy is this? When we talk about, it is because it has a motion.
Kinetic energy.
Okay, very good, Leonard. So, kinetic energy. It is the energy present in a moving object. So now, what is the formula of kinetic energy? What is the formula, class? To solve for the kinetic energy? Any idea from the class? You can unmute your microphone or type your answer in the chat box. Okay. Very good, si Leonard o si Faith. So, to solve for the kinetic energy, mo niya itong gamitin ng formula. Ke equals 1 half mv squared. Then, m, it is the mass of an object in kilogram. V, it is the speed of an object, 2 meter per second. And then, kinetic energy expressed in joules. So, don't forget the formula. Okay? So, let's solve this problem. Okay, solve na punta. Okay, I want Ethan to read the problem. Ethan Benedek.
What is the kinetic energy of a car with a mass of 2,000 kilograms moving at 30? Long.
So, what is the kinetic energy of a car with a mass of 2,000 kilogram moving at 30 meter per second? So, now, let's identify first the given. So, pila ang mass sa car? Faith? Okay. 2,000 kilogram. Very good. Nag-answer si Paul o si Faith. Very good. How about the velocity? Okay, very good. We have 30 meter per second. So, what could be the formula to get the kinetic energy? So, we have Ke equals 1 half mv squared. So, we will equate the given. So, we have 1 half times 2,000 kilogram and then times 30 meter per second and then square the product. So, what is the car kinetic energy? Okay, try to solve this one, class. If you have a scientific calculator, pwede rin ninyo siya i-input largo. So, pila man. Okay. I will wait for your answers. So, how much the car kinetic energy? So, 1 half or 0.5 times 2,000 times 30. Then, square din siya. Did you get the answer, class? Class? Okay, very good. Si Angel o si Faith. Very good. You get the correct answer. And also, Sarah. So, we have 900,000 joules. So, Do you have any questions and clarifications in kinetic energy? Class? Okay, if there's none, okay, thank you, Faith. Let's move on to the law of conservation of energy. So, the law of conservation of energy states that, Sarah, unsa ang states sa law of conservation of energy? Sarah Gwyneth?
Energy can only be transformed from one form to another. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Thus, the total sum of energy in the universe never changes.
Okay, so it means to say that the energy is stored in the different objects and converted into a several forms. So now I have here a PET simulation class to prove this one, to prove the conservation of energy. Okay, ako sang i-share ha. Makita ninyo class? Makita na ba ninyo? Ay, wait. So wait lang ha. Tingnan lang. Ako na lang i-share akong entire screen. So makita na ninyo class ang PET simulation. Hello? Ay. Am I still audible? Okay, thank you, Angel and Faith. So, okay. This one is called systems. And the first thing you're going to do, class, is check the energy symbols. And then, the colors here represent the different forms of energy. So, we have the mechanical energy, and medyo light gray or kuan lang siya color. Then, blue for the electrical energy, red for the thermal energy, and then yellow for the light energy, and then green for the chemical energy. So as you can see, class, we have a chemical energy stored in the human body, and we have thermal energy inside the water. So, ato ni siyang So, this person run a bicycle. As you can see, the chemical energy are related to a mechanical energy. Like kinetic energy while nag-move ang iyahang bicycle. And then, from electrical energy din class up to the thermal energy. So, another what? Ato siya, how about i-change nato siya diri sa sunlight. And then, we have here is solar panel and a light bulb. Okay. So, as you can see, class, the light energy converted into the electrical energy diri sa solar panel. Then, after din diri class, na-convert din siya into the light energy in the light bulb. Then, for the couple of hours, the light bulb produce a heat, which is, it is called the thermal energy. So, how about kung kani ang light ato ilisan og fan? So, who wants to explain this one? Ang pag-change sa energy. Angel? Wait ako. Any volunteer from the class? Okay, how about si Charmaine? Charmaine, can you explain this one? I will give extra points class na mag-explain ani. Okay, any volunteer? Before ta mo proceed sa next. And also class, we will share to you the link in pet simulation for you to explore more. So, nasabtan ba ninyo ni class? Did you understand the concept of conservation of energy here? Hello? Di lagi magapanihog. Leonard? Sarah? How about si Faith? Can you explain this one, Faith?
Kuan, ma'am. Sa
Faith?
akong pagsabot lang, ma'am, kay kuan. Ang solar panel, ma'am, kay ga-emit siya og solar energy unya gi-convert din niya, ma'am, para mahimo din siyang kuan. I think electrical energy or kuan ba ko, ma'am?
Oh,
Mechanical
yes.
energy.
Yes, Faith. Oo, then after din sa electrical energy, nag-produce din og mechanical energy ang fan. Okay. Very good si Faith. So that's all for this class, the pet simulation. Let's now go back. Okay, class, I hope that you've learned a lot about conservation of energy. So now let's move to the power. Okay, sa power na tano. So, who do you think is the most powerful? Si Batman, Superman, or si Flash? Okay, class, who do you think is the most powerful? You can unmute your microphone or type in a chat box. Okay, according to Angel, si Batman, because he's rich. And si Leonard, Superman. It's okay, Angel. Si Paul, Superman. Si Faith, Superman. And Alea, si Matt, Superman. Nga naman, class. Why si Superman? Okay, how about the others? I think natulog pa siguro ni uban. Or namahaw. So, one light yung iyang weakness. Si Leonard. Si Leonard is Superman. So, wala na yung muhabol class? Who do you think is the most powerful? Okay, how about si Alea? Um, Christian, Benedek, Adrian, what is your idea? Okay, class? Let's reveal your answer later. So, ato sa discuss ang power. So now, what is power? In your own words, what comes to your mind when you hear the word power? Any idea from the class? Andrew, ako kadungog sa tingog sa uban, no? Napa ba si Queenie? So what is power? Faith? What is power? Okay, according to Faith, it is the rate of doing work. Wow, very good. Nagbasa gini si Faith sa learning material ba? Very good. So, any idea from the class? So, galibog siguro ang uban. Some of you may define power as a magical world or power ni Superman, Batman, or Flash. But in physics class, power is defined as the rate at which work is done. Kasi Leonard, the ability to do something or act in a particular way. Okay, very good, Leonard. Wow, active po si Leonard, no? And it is the amount of work applied to an object per unit of time. Or it is how fast we do work. Okay. In addition, power, it is directly proportional to work, but inversely proportional to the time. So it means to say between two people getting the same amount of work done, but the one who is faster exerts more power. Wait lang, ano yung course? So, I have here an example. So, who exerts more power? Is it the stickman A or stickman B? As you can see, they have the same work done, right? The same direction in force and the displacement. But when we talk about power, who has a greater power? Si stickman A, na siya 3 seconds. And then, stickman B, 5 seconds. So, nga naman Matt and Andrew, nga si stickman A, ang na greater power. Why? Okay, don't be afraid to share your answer, class. You can unmute your microphone or type your answer here. Okay, according to Andrew, kay mas dali siya na human, ma'am. So, very good. You're right, Andrew. Okay. So, the stickman A has more power because as they push back, na-finish lang sa stickman A in 3 seconds. Therefore, ang stickman B is 5 seconds. Because in power class, the more faster you move an object, the more you have a greater power. So, did you get it, class? Nagets pa ninyo ang power? Yes, ma'am, according to Faith. So, how about this one? I have here another example. A weightlifter A, nag-lift sila og barbell. He left a barbell in just 10 seconds. And then si weightlifter B in 5 seconds. So who has a greater power? Okay. Okay, si Faith, Leonard, and si Jello is si weightlifter B. Nga naman class, nga nung si weightlifter B. Why? He has a greater power. Can you prove your answer? Don't be afraid to share your answer, class. Okay, ang speed niya. Okay, si Leonard. So, kay according to Faith, B has exert more power than A. Okay, how about si Sarah? Why si weightlifter B?
Kuan,
O si
ma'am.
Benedict o si Jello?
He lifted the barbell faster po.
Okay, very good. So, weightlifter B has a greater power because he lifted a barbell in just 5 seconds. Okay? So, did you get the concept of power, class? You can unmute your microphone. Yes, ma'am, according to Faith. Okay, thank you, Faith. So now, solve na punta. So, how do we solve for power? So, do you have any idea, class? What is the formula of power? Okay, according to Faith, power equals to work over time. So, how about the others? I guess natulog siguro ning uban ba si Queenie. Ako kadawag sa tingog ni Queenie. Okay, si Sarah, power equals or P equals W over T. Leonard put same answer. Okay, how about the others, class? Okay, very good. Very good, guys. Si Faith, Sarah, and Leonard. I know, nagbasa gini sila sa ilang learning material. So, the equation of power, or for us to compute the power, we use this formula. We have P equals to W over T, or power equals to work over time, or the work divided by the time. So, take note, class, that work here should be in joules unit, and the time here is usually in seconds. And then the standard unit for power is in watt. So, unsa gani ang unit sa power, class? So, lahi ang unit sa work o sa power, ha? So, very good si Faith. Watt or watts. So, this term watt was derived from James Watt. He was a famous Scottish engineer who invented the first modern condensing steam engine. And remember that 1 watt equals to 1 joules per second, or 1 kilogram m squared over s cubed. Sorry, klase, dito ka ko ubo. So, for the larger amount of power, we have 1 kilowatt equals to 1,000 watts, and 1 megawatt equals to 1 million watts, and 1 horsepower class is equals to 746 watts. Excuse me, class, kay ito. Sorry, class. Dito kay gid akong ubo. So now, let's move to the world of problem. Okay, Sarah, can you read the problem?
Two students are asked to transfer the teacher's table to a corner at a distance of 5 meters. If their combined forces is 100 N and they finish the job in 10 seconds, what is the power output in watts?
So, we already know that the formula for power equals to work over time. So, remember that the unit for work is in joules. But when you look at the problem class, is there a joules here? Is there a value of joules here? Leonard, Leonard. So when you look at the problem class, there is no value in joules. So, so we have to solve first the work for us to get the value of joules. Okay? So what is the formula of work? We can use the formula of work here. So what is the formula of work? Class? Faith? Okay, very good, Inja. So we have a very good faith. So work equals to force times displacement. And then, so pila man ang atong force diri? How much is our force here? Or how much is the force here? We have, okay, very good, Faith and Angel. We have 10 newtons. So how about the displacement? How about the displacement? So we have 5 meter, 5 meters. So we have to equate the given. So 1,000 Newton times 5 meters. What is the final answer, class? So we have 500 joules. Okay. Okay, thank you, Faith, Angel, and Sarah. So the final answer, we have 500 joules. So now, can we solve for power? Makasolve na ba ta sa power, class? Yes, ma'am. So, what is the formula to get the power? Andrew, what is the formula for power? Okay, we have power equals to work over time. So, how much is our work? Okay, we have 500 joules. How about the time? Look at the problem. Okay, very good si Faith and Inja. Okay. So now, Ato din siyang ikit din ang given class. So we have 500 joules divided by 10 seconds. So pila man class? 50 watts. Si Faith. How about the others? Nag-solve ang uban? Angel, 50 watt. And Sarah. How about si Matt? Pila yung answer? Si Clyde. And si Louie. So, we just divide So, very good. The power output is 50 watts. Do you have any question, class? About the power? Okay, thank you, Angel and Faith. And then don't forget, class, the formulas and the final unit. Okay, now, let's go back for this example. So, wala na ba na-change sa inyong answer? Stick na mo sa inyong answer, class? So, who do you think is the most powerful? So, akong i-check o try yung answer. Is there, wala na ba yung changes? Okay, class, let's reveal your answer. There is no wrong and right answer here because in class, sa ilang world, they are all powerful. But what if class atong i-apply ang power nga atong na-learn sa physics? So what if si Batman, si Superman o si Flash sila og barbell. And then si Batman he lifted a barbell in 20 seconds. Si Superman, he lifted a barbell in 10 seconds. And then si Flash in 5 seconds. So who do you think is the most powerful or who has a greater power? Is it Batman, Superman, or Flash? When you relate it in physics. Who do you think, class? Okay, according to Faith, Sarah, Jello, and Angel, si Flash. So nga naman, why? Why si Flash? Jello, I want to hear you. You can unmute your microphone. So, when we relate this one in physics, si Flash has a greater power because he is more faster according to when we compare their time. Okay? So much for power. I hope that you've learned a lot from work energy and power. So, before we proceed to the summary of, or before I'll give you the summary, can I ask you, class, what have you learned of our lesson? What have you learned? from work, energy, and power? You can unmute your microphone or type your answer or ideas in the chat box. Or I will call someone. How about si Alea? Alea, are you still listening? Okay, any idea from the class? So what have you learned in our lesson class? Faith, Sarah, Leonard, Andrew, na ba mo na-learn class? Oh. It's not sorry to bother you, but you have the coming test or not. What time ang inyong exam, Faith? So, pa-end naman po ta class. Up to 9:30 ang atong schedule. Hala, 9:30 matong schedule. Taman. Why so early ang math? Okay, now let's continue na class. So, I hope that you've learned a lot. Okay? So, for this summary class, we discuss about the work, energy, and power. So, work, it is the application of force on an object and the displacement of that object caused by the force. So, to solve for work, we have work equals to force times displacement, where the force should be in Newton and the displacement should be in meter. So, and work expressed in joule. So, work can be a positive work or a negative work. So, when we say positive work, if the applied force and the displacement are parallel. And then for the negative work, if the applied forces and the displacement are anti-parallel. And for the energy, we focus on the mechanical energy. The mechanical energy can be a potential energy or kinetic energy. So, for the potential energy, it is stored energy due to its position. And to solve for the potential energy, we have potential energy equals to mass times gravity and height. So for the kinetic energy, when we say kinetic energy, it is moving object. And then to solve for the kinetic energy, we have Ke is equals to 1/2 mv squared. And their unit class is in joules. And for the power, it is the rate of doing work or how fast the object move. So, to solve for power, we have work over time. And then the power expressed in watt. So that's all for today. Do you have any question and clarification, class? Okay, thank you, Faith. Sorry, class, ha, nito ka akong ubo. So, thank you, class, for your active participation. And I hope that you've learned a lot from us, me and Ma'am Darlene. And this afternoon, I will post the post test and answer it seriously, okay? And the deadline will be on Wednesday next week. So before we end this meeting, class, can we have a documentation? May I request everyone to please turn on your cameras for a while. Please turn on class. Kaya last na namo ni nga mag-teach sa inyo. Okay. Jello, Sarah. Okay, please turn on your cameras in a count of 3, 2, 1, smile. Wala. Hindi na akong signal. Okay, it's okay, Angel. So, thank you, class, for your presence. I appreciate it, class. And thank you for your participation during my discussion. Sir Vani, do you have something to add?
None, ma'am. You may dismiss the class.
Okay, thank you, sir. The class, thank you, everyone. You may now leave this meeting.
Thank you,
Goodbye,
ma'am. Goodbye,
Capricorn
ma'am.
students.
Goodbye, ma'am.
Thank
Goodbye,
you.
ma'am.
Bye, everyone.